is some pending things. See here, yeah, till this one we have. So we have this prefix and first name and last name. How to concatenate? Okay. So concatenate also it is a. However, we are using in SQL Server. How we will use this concatenate in Power BI, we'll see. And also we have this data number functions, like how you will use number functions means why we have this too. Okay, anyways, that's fine. So we have this sample data. So how to get that average, min, max, okay, divide, all these functions, how we will play the number functions. And then we talked about, like, yesterday we discussed about what do you say, measure. What is measure? We have the sample data. What is measure, and what is a new column? So what scenario we use? I will repeat it. It's a very important things in Power BI. I will repeat that one too. And after that, so tax other. Okay. Here we have some sample data. So how to get the like how to use the filter functions. There is a table functions. Let me open this one. Table functions we have. Table functions like filter and destinate and what we say, calendar auto, and what we have, all these are all functions. How we'll play on this data, we'll see. And what next? Calendar. See, here we have the calendar functions. Row ID. So I wanted to get, like, what is order of this date. Suppose, like, if you are bringing data from the different sources, so I wanted to get what is the first date and what is the last date. I wanted to verify it. How we will do it, we will see here. Okay, and one by one we will see. And what we have, what I mentioned, how we will do the conditional formatting. Okay, how will you do the conditional formatting, we'll see. Okay, step by step we will do one by one. First we'll talk about the concatenation, and then what we say, the number of functions we will discuss. Then we will jump into the rest of the things. First, what is the file? What is a file? So click on get data and Excel. Yeah, here I have mentioned the date too. So let me take the first one, tax functions basic. For now, I will take, no, not this one. Yeah, this one, and let me take any one of the thing, either quantity sales or what we have here, the same data, right? Okay, I am taking these two things, and I just clicking on load button. Yeah, in middle of the thing, if you have any doubt, just let me know. Okay, two tables data added. Now go to home menu bar, and here we have the data model, data view. Okay, click on the data view. So as I said, at once you can see only one table data. Okay, the meaning one query data, you can see one query data. For now we will talk about these text functions. So I wanted to concatenate this all the tables data. Okay, for example, let's say, see here we have new column, right? Click on new column. I will talk about the what is the difference between new measure and column. First click on the see and yeah, automatically when you click on here, the the menus also changing. See, if I click on view, so you can see that modeling. Okay, you can see the modeling. Okay, if I click on data, again the menus also changing. Okay, now for now, what I would like to do is go to the data model and click on new column. Okay, let me open the new column. I'm just using, for example, like full name, okay, equal, as I said, concatenate, right? Here we have the concatenate. If you open, see, it is, if you don't know the syntax, you can see that text1 comma text2, only two text it is allowing. Let's say first name, where is that first name from the table 2 comma last name. Okay, table 2 and close bracket. Just click on enter. Okay, you are getting it, but the problem here is so if you wanted to add multiple things, how you will do that, right? It is very difficult, right? So because like in this concatenation function, it is stating that only it is allowing two. Then if you wanted to do the multiple three columns, because we have three columns, right? How will you do that, right? So what you can do is full name 1, okay, full name 1, okay, equal to full name 1 equal to. So I wanted to add these three columns because as you see, okay, what happened? So because concatenation, we can concatenate only two columns using concatenate function. But if you, for here we have three columns, but how will you do that? That's a question mark, right? So what we have to do is first prefix, what are the prefix? So prefix. So if you wanted to concatenate more than two columns, if it is two columns, you can use concatenate. If it is more than that, so what you have to do? You have to use prefix and first name and symbol first name and then and symbol last name. Okay, last name. If you enter it, you will get the data, but there is no space. Okay, column to column there is no space. So what we have to do? We will simply we can use one more at the rate. However, we are using some expressions when we are working on SSI, SSRS. We have written some functions, right? Expressions, right? The similar way you can use it. Space, okay. First prefix at the rate and what are the blank space we are giving, and again and symbol and first name again and symbol, like this we can use. Now you can get the space, right? There is a space, right? So like that you can use concatenation functions. Okay, we can concatenate only two columns using concatenation functions. If more than two columns, if you wanted to concatenate, you have to use like this way. Okay, right? Let me click on this data. That is about the concatenate. Now we have the sample data. So I wanted to play on this data. Okay, how will you do the number functions? What are the number functions we have? We have number functions, sum, min, max, average, and divide. These are all functions we have. So how we will play these things? Okay. So for example, now click on this data and you can click on the new table, new column. Okay, new column. Now you can use uh, total sales. For example, column name is total sales. Total sales. If you use total sales, simple like aggregated functions, right? Open bracket, and we have all these tables. We have right now number and text table is there, right? Two we have. So you need to select the appropriate one. So what I want to do, I want you to select the total sales. Now close bracket and enter. See, 1900 we are getting. For example, let me go back to this one. Where is the basic? Yeah. See, if we add all the things, what you are getting? 1900. Okay. 1900 we are getting it. Okay, total sales it is taking and it is repeating in the tablet Power BI all this data. Okay, suppose if I take again, I will take one more thing. Click a new column, average sales. Average sales. Average sales. So you can see that average function and you can open that. What is the sales? Close bracket. See 316.66. If you go to Excel, see what is the average. You can select. It is exact thing. It is showing the roundup. It is showing approximately 317. Right? We are getting that exact data. Okay. If 5.5 above 5.5, 366.55 means that will round up to 317. Okay, but it is showing the accurate value. Okay, min max and all, min max you understand, right? You can able to do that. Okay, the same thing, min max means you can use that. Min sales. Okay, min sale. Okay, you can have that minimum. You can use the same way. So for now I will use numbers table and click OK. This one you can do that, but I will show you the divide. See, the top of minimum sales is the 100 only. Out of this, all these things, 450, 430, 400, 420, 100 only we are getting. The same similar way you can use for max also. You have to use the column name equal, then you can write that function. Okay, max of sales. If you type it, you will able to get the column name and select from the relevant the table. Okay, see 450 we are getting. So now it is calculating column level. So column level meaning all total sales means it is taking total sales and showing 1900, and average sales means it is taking all the things by whatever the number we are getting it, and min sales means it will verify all the data, then it is finding that the minimum sales. Similar way max sales also. Now we have divide, right? One more divide function also. How will you do that? For example, so here we have sales and quantity. Okay, I wanted to get the price. What is the actual price? Okay, price for example. So how will you do that? We have that divide. Okay, this is the divide DAX function. See, if you observe here, so clearly it is mentioning like what is the columns you wanted to divide. So sales, I wanted to sales, and what is the next column? So what I wanted to divide. So quantity. Where is the quantity column? Quantity column. Open back, close bracket. AITK ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಅರಸ್ತರ ದೇನಿಕ್ಕ 450 by 10 45. Okay, 430 by 10, 43. So the actual price of this one. So this one divide function is calculating based on the row wise. Okay, it is calculating row wise, but the sum average min max is calculating based on the column level. Column level means like this, all data, and then it is summing the sum of the total sales is nothing but you will get that sum. Average also similar way, it will sum all the things by how many items we have, it will divide it by and it will give that average. Min also, it will verify all the data and finding that one. So the meaning sum, average, min, max, all is calculating based on the column level, but divide will calculate based on the row level, because this one is for 450 by 10, so 45 it is getting it. Okay, this how we will use the number functions, depends on the situations. Okay, right? I think all of it clear for this one. Both are clear or else how it is? Okay, so for now I'm not sorry, let me go back to the view. Okay, okay, now again I wanted to select some few columns. We have that superstore, right? So superstore database, so already opened it, right? I have opened. Okay, this one we have it. Okay, yeah, this makes sense. Total sales. Okay, fine. Now let me bring this data. Click get data, Excel. Now we will talk about. So far we discuss about the concatenation and the number functions. Now we will talk about what is the difference between measure and column, new measure and new column. Okay, let me bring this superstore data. We have something rigid. Yeah, that's fine. So now I'm selecting the data table. Okay, click on load. Click on load. Yeah. Now we have added that order table. Okay, now order table. So we have some data. So what we can do is, let me click on that one and select the order table. This is the data we have it. Okay, region, sales and quantity and all. So now I wanted to show the difference between that new measure and new column. Okay, right? So now what I can do is, let me click new column. Let me click on new column. Total sales. Yeah, this is the very important. If you are not understand, just let me know. People will raise this question. Total sales underscore new column. Just for identification, I am using that underscore C. Okay. So now sum of sales. Sum of what is the sales? So from orders table, see we have all the list of things, right? You can select from orders table sales. Close it. Okay, we are getting this sales, total sales. So total sales means it is combining all the total sales and it is repeating the same thing. Okay, so now the same similar way, click on that new measure. New measure. So total sales underscore M. Okay, measure, just for identification, measure or column, I am using this column names. The same similar way, sum of total sale. Oh, come on, it's not. See, so we wanted to select that column from the orders table. You can scroll down and you can see that order sales. Okay, close bracket and enter. Now you can see the data. Okay, see, I have added total sales new column, but I can see here. But I have also added this total sales underscore measure, new measure I added, but I don't see the column here. But if you go down, so where is the order step? See, you can see that total sales underscore M, total sales underscore M, total sales underscore C, but you don't see the total sales underscore M. Okay, here the thing is, like, when you are creating that measures, you don't see that column after bringing the data from the source, whatever it might be, Excel or it might be SQL server, whatever it is. Okay, after bringing the data, on top of the data, we are doing the calculations will happen when you click on the new measure. So that means we won't button on the servers also. Okay, let me tell you one thing. So now if I go to transform data, even you don't see that column. Okay, here also you don't see that column. Let me click on that order table. See, I have added 2 columns, right? You don't see that column. Where is that? Okay, okay. So we haven't closed the apply, right? But where is the another column? Okay, so no, we haven't close and apply, right? Let me close and apply. Then you will understand it. Click on transform data. So here also you are not, you don't see that column. Okay, here also you don't see the column. Let me close and apply. Then I will show you one sample visualization. Then you will understand that what was the difference. Where is that? Yeah, click on this view. Let me bring the table visualization. Okay, so I will select, where is this one, order table. Let me select region and sales and total sales C, new column, new measure. Okay, for now just I'm using this focus mode. Observe here, central region, then it is like, what happened is, it is it is some of, like, when I go here, it is some all, like, it is taking total sales. When you use new column, then we are getting it. This is the total sales. Now again, based on the region, it is summing all the, like, let me unfilter for central region, only filter for central region. Now it is like, for the overall central region, this is the one. Okay, again it is summing whatever the data we have, and based on that we are getting the what do you say, the total sum of the sales. That's why, like, so here let me go back to visualization. See, sales and total sales is same. Okay, measure, when you take measure, and total sales, the new column total sales is different. Okay, the reason, like, it is doing that sum of all the column, and again on top of that it is grouping, like, based on the region. So now you will get the question. So what time we have to use new column and what time we have to use measure. Okay, now I will tell you that. See, if you wanted to do row level calculations, then you will go with new column. Okay, the meaning, suppose total sales into quantity is nothing but total sales, for example. Okay, if you wanted to do like that, then you can go with new column. If you wanted to do aggregation, the column level, okay, then you will go with new measure, right? If you wanted to do aggregation, Papendra, can you please hold on a minute if you don't mind? Just a second, bro. Later. Yeah. So if you wanted to do row level calculation, then you can go with new column. If you wanted to do aggregation or calculation based on the column level, we have to go with new measure. Okay. That is the thing. So you both are understand. So how to, what scenario you will go with new measure, what scenario you will go with new column. Both are understanding.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes.
Right. Okay. So yeah. White building and yeah. Now we will see about table functions, how we use these things and all. Okay. So let me bring some data. Okay. Let me go here. Where is the, yeah, we have all this data. Okay. Sample data. Okay. All this data, shipment data only. Previously whatever I shared it, what do you say, Superstore. These are Superstore data. So hit that. Okay, second. Hit that. హలో బ్రదరు, హలో, ఇదిగో మాకు ఇవాళ పాలు 1.5 లీటర్ పంపి ఇవాళ రేపు. ఏడా ఇది వైట్ బిల్డింగ్ ఉంది కదా, నేను వస్తుంటాను కదా అబ్బాడికి, నీకు ఫోన్ పేలో డబ్బులు చేస్తుంటాను. అవును. సరే సరే, నేను మీటింగ్ లో ఉన్నానా. సరే 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 అయ్యా, సరే సరే, 1.5 లీటర్ పంపి ఇవాళ రేపు. సరే బ్రదర్, ఓకే, థ్యాంక్ యూ. పేరు చెప్పచ్చు కదా, వైట్ బిల్డింగ్ నా పేరు. Sorry. Yeah. So we have the sample data. So we will use for that how we will play on this data, filter, distant calendar, auto and all. Okay. Let me bring this data into Power BI. Okay. Click on get data. Click on Excel. Don't worry, I will share these sample files. Okay. You can practice later. Okay. Click on DAX functions are the file which we have opened now. Even later point when we start working on the Power BI, with the help of this information, if as per the requirement, if you wanted to go with some other DAX functions also, you can able to see all the DAX functions. Google, you can play on that. Based on the requirement, you can choose whatever the DAX functions required. Click on load. What is the table name? Oh, come on. Orders table. That is also orders table. Oh. Okay. That's fine. It has added some other table. Okay. Now go to the data view. Go to home menu bar and data view. Data view symbol is this one, data view, and minimize this one, or minimize it. Click on, at once you can see only one table data, either one table or you can call it as one query. Okay. Now, so I wanted to use that filter because I have all these regions. Okay, I have all these regions, 4 regions. Okay, 4 regions. I wanted to make separate table for central region. Okay, I wanted to make separate table for central region. How will you do that? Okay, so now click on here. Where is that? Okay, here you have the new table. Okay, you have here you new table. Click on the new table. Click on the new table. Just give some name. Okay, you can say that. Let's say what we have selected. Okay, we haven't selected so far. South sales. I'm just giving some name. South sales. You can have that filter. Okay, filter. Then we have to use what is the table name. Our table name is for now orders to table. Okay, because already we have order table. That's why it has given some alias name orders tables 2. Okay, orders table. And then what is the condition? Filter expression. See, filter syntax is clear based on this instruction about this function. You can able to write it. Okay, even if you are a new also. Filter and this table, whatever the table name, write filter expression. Okay, what is the filter expression I wanted to do? Region. Where is the region? Okay, table 2 region equal to, okay, I wanted to use double quote south. Okay, so case sensitive, but it is a case sensitive. Make sure that you are giving the proper name or not. Okay, south is S is a capital letter. Okay, south. Okay, now close button. Okay, filter whatever the table we have mentioned and whatever the filter condition we have mentioned. Now enter. Right, so now if you filter it, see, you can see that only south. You don't see the any other things. Okay, like this way you can create the separate table, because like just assume that we are getting the data from 99 plus data sources, and on top of that you wanted to filter the data. Okay, so that scenario, this filter function will be really helpful. Right, this is how you can use the filter. Now for example, let me show you that here we have some duplicated data also. Somewhere we have some duplicate data. Okay, we have some duplicate data. So if I wanted to get only distinct values, then how you will use it? How you will use it? So now again click on this table 2. Okay, this is the actual table we have. Now go to home menu bar and click on new table. Click on new table. Okay, distinct sales, for example, I'm using. Now you have the distinct function. Okay, distinct. Then here it is clearly saying that. So what is the table? Okay, our table is orders to table. That's it. Okay, from this table, whatever the distinct data we have, we will get it. See, for example, let us confirm it whether we are getting the distinct value or not. Where is this? Okay, let me go to transform data. We'll verify the count. Okay, for now, time being, first we are using this one, right? So what is the count? 99995 records. Okay, 9995 records. Okay, let me go to Power BI here, and I will click on this table 2. Go to transform. Here you can see that count rows. Okay, see, 9994, because we don't have data. One record, there is only, I think, looks like only one data. One row is duplicate. That's why it is showing the count is different. Okay, this is how you can use these filters. Let me go to here, and I'm not applying anything, just close it. Right, you can use the distinct, and also there is a calendar calendar auto function is there. So that is because you know that what is the, okay, it is showing all years. You know that what is the first the minimum date and maximum date. You wanted to get some order date. The same similar way, if you get some different sources, it is very difficult to get that the order of the things and all, right? So automatically calendar auto will get that, what you say, the order of the things. Let me do one thing, so then practically if you go it, you can able to understand it. Click on here and click on that table 2, and now what you can do is you can click on the new table. Click on the new table. Let me use some proper name, dynamic calendar table. Okay, oh, my charging is down. Okay, so now you don't want to do anything. Okay, just only thing is calendar auto. There is it's a function, but we need to make sure that function. Enter it. Let me keep my charging here. See, you can see that. So what is the starting day of so from starting date to ending date, you can able to get the data. Okay, all the dates. So if suppose you wanted to filter any date related things and for that scenarios, use uh, this one. Okay, okay, calendar auto. There is a plenty of functions, as I said, around 300 functions, tax functions, so depends on the scenarios, you can use a thing. For example, you have one more thing. What do you have? All. So how will you do that? Let's click on here and click on order date, order details, order table data. For example, here see, we have 4 regions. Okay, we have 4 regions, and how many categories we have? 3 categories we have. Okay, I wanted to get all this distinctly, the combination of all these 3 things. Okay, for example, region, office, supply, whatever the data we will have, we will get it. For example, let's say, click on this one and go to home menu bar. If you don't see that new column, new measure, click on once. Whenever you are into the data view, go to view or in home menu bar, you can able to see all this stuff. For now, I'm selecting this new table. For example, just I'm using it. There is all. Okay, click on all. See, name or table, whatever the column name or column names, you can use different column names. I'm not using any table name. I'm using region. Click on region. So I wanted to get the region from the table to region, comma, and also category. Once you click on category, let me take the category instead of subcategory. Okay, close bracket. Like that, you can use multiple columns. Right? This is the combination of South Furniture, South Technology, South Office Suppliers. So like that, you will get it, and if the people wants the report like that way, you can create it. Okay, right? So these are all how to play with concatenate, either if it is 2 columns or more than two columns will allow. We can do the concatenation by using concat function if it is a two columns. More than that, you have to use and symbol, and if you want space, you can use double quotes and all the stuff. Number functions, sum, min, max, average, all will be doing that column level aggregations, but divide will do that row level aggregation. Measure means if you wanted to do column level calculations better to go with measure. Okay, if row level calculations you will go with new column. Okay, new column or new measure. Okay, column level you can go with new measure. Row level you can go with new column. For example, sales into quantity is nothing but total sales. That scenario you will go with new column. Okay, you wanted to sum up all the sales, you can go with new measure. But when you create the new measure, you don't see that column when you create it, but you can see that new column whatever you have created. Last time you have seen, right? Total sales underscore C, total sales underscore M. Okay, these are the table functions we have. We can create the new table by using filter, distinct, calendar, and all the stuff. Now I wanted to get, already we have some sales information, right? Sales data. So we have it. Okay, so what we can do is, with the help of this data, go here and why? Okay, it is in the focus mode. Okay, come on, buddy. Okay, let's go here, click on the page one, something. Okay, so now we have some data. Let me bring that the table. Okay, so let me minimize all this stuff, so whatever we need we can use it. So yeah, I want these things. Okay, I'm just selecting that subcategory and the sales column. Then, we can have the profit too, right? Profit and quantity. Then you can use what we have other than that. That's okay. For now, we can use this. And also, we can use something. For example, let's take region 2. Okay. Go to view. So we can go to custom thing. Sometimes I'm repeating the steps whatever we have seen, because you people can revise the things and general. I can make it as 15 and the title I will make it as 20. Okay, so I'm just talking about this one. Okay, I'm just trying to discuss about the conditional formatting. How will you do that? Conditional formatting. Okay, conditional formatting. How will you do the conditional formatting? Okay, so now, just a second. So now you can have this data. Come on, buddy, close it. Once you click on this one, okay, if you go to format option, okay, you can have that conditional formatting. Okay, there is an option. Once you click on this visualization, if you go to format option, you can see that conditional formatting. Okay, here you can see that list of all the stuff. Okay, so all the field level. Okay, first subcategory level, what I can do is background color. I'm mentioning it. What is the columns and all? Okay, you can use count as 0. Okay, click on OK for now. See, subcategory level. So based on the color itself, one by one it will verify it. Okay, first it will start from A, B, C and all. Okay, now if you want some other for the sales, okay, then you can use some font. Okay, so better we can use, but region also font color. You can change it. You can here there is a window, right? So you can apply based on this region. Count to distinct as 0. So some meaningful data you can use. Some even if you don't want, you can change color to. Okay, you can click on open some that window. But I will tell you that in terms of the sales. Okay, so based on the condition you can change it. Let me use this sales now. What I can do is parse. Okay, I wanted to use parse. See? Based on the data, sales data, you can able to see that what is the size. So if you observe, let me close this down. If you go to focus mode, see, based on this bar itself, what is the highest sales, what is the lowest sales, you can see that. Okay, you can see that, right? And also, let me go back. You can use different things. So, select it and go to format option. You can see that inside the conditional formatting. Inside the conditional formatting, for now, where is that? Okay, now I will use that profit. You can use different things. For this one, what I can do is I will use icons. See? Oh, come on, buddy. You can use icons, but so how we are getting these icons? Just observe here, advanced control, right? So what happening here? If you observe here, the value is greater than or equal to 0%, okay, and is less than 33%, then it is showing this one, okay, simple, and is greater than or equal to 33 and less than 67, this color, okay, and greater than 67 and less than or equal to 100%, this color, okay. If you want, you can change simple, okay, color also, whatever symbol. For example, let me use this symbol, then click on it. So whatever the data is this based on this condition, then you can see here the rules, whatever the rule we have. So sum of profit, summarize sum, you can use average or win or whatever, depends on the thing, you can use it. Okay, now click on OK. See somewhere, see, based on this condition you will change. Okay, like this way you can put you can do the conditional formatting. Okay, you can see that for each and everything advanced control, and then you can see what rule we have used it. Okay, right? Understanding? Are you understanding? Embracing Papender?
Yes, sir, yes.
Okay, this is how you will do that. Formatting depends on the situation. And also we will talk about, okay, so we covered these things, and what we can do here is let me close this stuff, view. Okay, so now some other things also we can do that. Let's say go back to here, I will take here. So I already spoke about keep only excluded, right? For example, let me take this one, and what region level, click on region level and sales. Okay, for example, we have this data, right click, and you can see that include exclude, right? You can see that include exclude. I talked about this point, right? Include exclude and show data point as table, right? If you wanted to get only legend, what is this? Okay, so only West region, okay, right click, and if you share, if you show data point as a table, you will get only the West Asian data. If you wanted to exclude, okay, exclude, you can exclude it. But now I'm excluding it. Okay, you don't see that the West Asian. Okay, so if suppose I wanted to include only West Asian, okay, so the rest of all things will be gone. Include. Okay, you can see that only included part. Okay, like that you can use. But if you want some separate table data, then right click show data point as. Previously it was some other, like in new version they are showing as show data point as a table. Once you click on it, you can see that only says for Vestige. You don't see that then you can have like 3 button clicks, you can export data and you can share it to the people if they want. Okay, so and also like you if you want you can filter here itself. Okay, select only central region, east, south. Okay, all you will get to the print. You can use the filters too. Filters things I can talk more like when I discuss about that. What do you say? Power BI service, because we'll create one different pages and how we will add one by one page into the same page. How we will get page 2 into page 1, page 2 into page 1. How we will create that one total the report, and how we will publish and all the things we will talk about that. Okay. Yeah, that's all for today. Anything? Do you have any questions? Yeah, just feel free to ask me.
Okay, thank you.
Like, because you people are only two, and also like I
Yeah.
don't want. That's fine for today. Any questions? If you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. So far, whatever we have discussed, if you have any questions, just feel free to ask me. We can answer for your questions.
No, thank you.
Okay. Yeah, just take care, yeah. Take care, bro. So I will send the files, but I don't want to ask you to practice it. But take rest first. Then we can.
Okay, thank you, sir.
MB Singh, do you have any questions? MB Singh? You there, MB Singh? Right? So can I wind up the class for today?
Okay.
Okay, all right. Thank you. I love you.